Let's look at another one-step algebra problem that has fractions in it. Now, if I had given you a problem that said 4 equals 2m, you'd have no problem. You would know that m is not by itself because it's being multiplied by 2. We undo that by doing the inverse operation of division, and we would get m equals 2. And you wouldn't have any trouble at all. It's really no different when you have a fraction. What you're going to do is you're going to say, why isn't m by itself? It's not by itself because it's being multiplied by 2. So you will divide both sides by 2. You wouldn't believe how many different types of errors I see on this problem. I see people divide one side by 2 and not the other. I see people try to multiply by the reciprocal of this. I see people try to subtract 2. You're just going to remember it's why isn't m by itself? And m is not by itself because it's being multiplied. So I am going to divide both sides. Okay? So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to, in my next step, put my improper fractions. So I'll get 23 over 5, all divided by 2 over 1. And here, these 2 divided by 2 is 1. I can take that out. And so I have this. Please take the time to do this step. So many people try to do it in their heads and write it as multiplication without taking the time to do this, and they make a careless mistake while doing that. So remember, we multiply by the reciprocal. 23 fifths times 1/2 equals m. Now, the other mistake I see people make is they flip this one over and change this one. So they say 5 over 23, they would say this, 5 over 23 times 1/2. That is wrong. We don't do that. We are going to keep this one the same. We are going to multiply by the reciprocal. And so we are going to flip the second one. We're going to keep the first one, and we're going to change it to multiplication and flip the second number to get the reciprocal, not this way. All right? Now we get 23 over 10 equals m. So m equals 2 3/10. There's my answer. Now, a problem wouldn't be complete without checking it, would it? So let's check it. 4 3/5 equals 2m. I wrote the original equation. Now I'm going to substitute in with my answer. 4 3/5 equals 2 times 2 3/10. Let's change these to improper fractions so we can multiply. 23 fifths equals 2 times 23 tenths. Now, if you need to multiply, if you need to write this as 2 over 1, you may do that. 23 fifths equals 46 tenths. Now, if I simplify this, I can divide both by 2 because this is 2 times 23. This is 2 times 5. Those 2's, 2 divided by 2 equals 1. I can just take that part out. And what I have left is 23 over 5. 23 fifths equals 23 fifths. I am correct. Now, what you may not do is you may not go from here, 4 3/5 equals this, and just say 4 3/5 equals 4 3/5. You don't know that. You didn't solve that. So that's not going to count for checking it. And remember, when you're taking a test, even if you don't have to check your work, even if it doesn't tell you to, if you get finished with the test early, go back and do that so that you make sure you didn't make any careless mistakes. And guess what? If you get down to the bottom and you had the wrong answer, these are not the same, you have made a mistake in either the solving or the checking. So you need to go back and fix it.